Chris here. I am going to talk a little bit about short sticks. I've recommended the flashlight as a great self-defense weapon. Um, this is basically a short piece of hardwood, works in pretty much the same way. Um, I'm not going to get advanced or anything. I'm going to just talk about some very basic stuff. I usually prefer to grip these kinds of things in the middle because then you have a striking surface on both ends. Um, the big advantage to these, if you have weight, great. The main thing is that it's hard and it's not your hand. When you punch, you can break your hand, you can break your wrist. Um, there's a common term called boxer's fracture. Boxers, they train to punch. They punch all the time. They actually have more denser bones because they're always taking those impacts. They get that fracture a lot too because these are just not well designed to take those kind of hits. When you have a tool like this, you can hit as hard as you want because this doesn't feel pain. You do. So you can pretty much go all out with these things, which gives you an advantage. The second thing is that, hammer fist is a pretty basic idea. You don't need a lot of training to be able to do this. And the only thing you do need to kind of think about is this can hurt. Can you get your body weight in so it hurts more? Throw a bit of your body weight in. So that's the practice, is figuring out how to throw your body weight in and where. People who go more advanced can do all kinds of stuff like use these to hook things. That's definitely a thing you can do. But for most of y'all who are just non-trained or minimally trained, you just want a hammer. And the thing is that yes, there's a billion pressure points in places where it's going to hurt worse. But a lot of things are pretty obvious. Obviously, face. You hit anyone in the face with something hard and some of your body weight, it's not going to be fun. Neck, you can do a lot of stuff with the neck. That is pretty high intensity. You are now at this point pretty much getting close to or applying lethal force. There's a lot of stuff in here. So it's also kind of a weird angle though. Obviously you can get these kind of hits and you probably will end up hitting the neck as part of trying to aim for here. I'll also say consider things like the collarbone. You break a collarbone, that person's arm doesn't work. They cannot lift it up. Great way to stop the fight. If someone's coming at you and you decide, I need to use a weapon to self-defend because we're in that situation, once their arm's not working, that puts you a step up and you could probably get away. Not a guarantee. Obviously the folks have muscle up top. They may have jackets or shirts and things, so that provide padding. It's kind of iffy, but since you're hammering up here anyway, it's always an option. Now, if you have the end on here, you've got the underneath of the jaw that you can also hit. You also can hit, lower ribs, right? You can hit the ribs with it, which is pretty much, if you look anything up on baton training, a kind of common thing, unfortunately. Because you hit there, obviously it could break bone, but the main thing is it can freeze up their diaphragm. This is getting the wind knocked out of you. Diaphragm freezes up, can't breathe properly, strength is going to drop out of you pretty quick. Of course, these are all percentages. These are all possibilities. It's not like, bam, it always works. It's not like guaranteed shot. If there was, we wouldn't really have fights. Or fights would just be who gets the other person the magic button first. It doesn't work that way. And the other fact is, the person who's attacking you is not just going to stand there while you're doing this. They're going to be trying to grab you and snatch your arm. Use your free hand too. Do what you need to do, whether that's, clawing, shoving, putting in their face, also hammer fisting. You can easily just push their head to a side, and then that opens that up too. You can use it to try and deal with their other arm, but if someone's attacking you, they're probably stronger than you, or they're probably ramped up enough that they might as well be stronger than you. So just be mindful. Don't try to outstrength them. Hit somewhere else. That's just some basics with the stick. It's easy to learn, the basics. You can go into all kinds of advanced stuff. Any martial art that deals with weapons will teach you angles. And then the question after is, how do you turn that into a force generation where it's actually hitting in a way that hurts? So stick. Nice, easy, simple to carry around. If it's a flashlight, like I said, about as reasonable as it gets for self-defense. Be safe.